I found it. It was a friggin' beanstalk that was stuck between my teeth. Or bean sprout. Disgusting. I mean, I don't think any of you guys could see it, but it was annoying me. Right, I think I am just going to prioritize getting this sorted out. The room is heating up, but the amount of steam is going to increase rapidly. And let's see. So the other thing I want to do is I want to take the hot metal. This metal won't be hot because its heat capacity is too low. So I need to keep an eye on the cobalt volcano eruptions and grab more cobalt out of here. So we'll keep doing that as well. That should be fine. There's no extra hot cobalt here. We'll let everyone crack on in the meantime. Actually, you know what? Let's... The issue is we've got all the meteor crap over here. Am I going to set this up outside? Does that make sense? Maybe it does make sense. Well, I think we can make these granite tiles. Let's just have a think about the layers, the layout as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I think I'll do? I think I will come down here and I will just tile all of this, and I'll actually get the dupes to clear all the meteor debris. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we can get this sealed off properly. And then I can start thinking about everything else, because we're going to have to do some meteor management as well. And it's going to be mildly annoying. Right, I'm going to plug these back in just momentarily. I'm going to make sure that you get these batteries finished as well. And then we can deconstruct the other ones. Glad the mercury power is still going well. Glad the SPOM hasn't broken. I was really concerned this was going to get too cold. It could still get too cold, but I think this whole area is warmed up enough that it should be fine now. It's not generating... Oh, this is the whole thing. We're not pumping any water out of this at the moment. Actually, there's a tiny bit of water in here. You know what? Let's see. That was the desalinator. It doesn't need to be any more. So you can remove all of this. Do that. We don't have anything else getting pumped up from here either. We got some chlorine gas. I know we got a little bit of chlorine gas. It shouldn't be too much. The temperature in the room is increasing, but I'm still not overly satisfied with it. Did I set this to... I set this so that no one comes in here, right? Okay. I'm gonna let people come back in here, and then we can make sure they do this. Yeah, very important to keep this geotuned, because otherwise, if it's not geotuned fully, it's gonna be erupting and decreasing the temperature of the room at this point. So it's actually the most important thing we can do. Yeah, go ahead and grab that cobalt too. This steam is actually getting to the point where it's warm enough. Right, you know what? Am I gonna make these out of steel just because I brought so much steel with me? I think that is the case. Right, let's stick these here. I'll put a bottle emptier here, and we'll put some material over here. There you go. Right. Yeah, keep digging up the rest of this. We got some loot. Let's have a look at the loot. What we got? Yeah, my goal for this week is pretty simple. It's just going to be to get this asteroid sorted and get the Temporal Tear unlocked. And then hopefully we'll leave our dupes here. And we'll be all good. Or we'll leave 2 of them here. And that should suffice. Right, we have bleachstone in the hopper now. That is good. These are priority 9 errands. That's also good. I want to wait until we've got enough bleachstone stored up in here before we do the next lot of geotuners. Where would I even put those? I could probably conveyor it pretty easily around the ladder somehow to minimize the amount of chlorine. Actually, you know what? This steam temperature is increasing. We've just got to keep this geotune, and we've just got to keep dumping the hot cobalt in here. The volcano is going to be erupting for another 10, 11 cycles. This one's going to be erupting for another 23. We put a lot of water in here. I may have to heat this up. But we'll definitely get the volcano tamers done today. We plugged in the batteries, so... deconstruct these, I think. I know it's a load of power. And then I'm pretty sure... You know what would be cool? If when you deconstructed a battery, it gave you a power bank. Or maybe you make like a special power bank battery where it charges up, and if you deconstruct it, you get the power back. I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid. Probably it's a stupid request. Right, let's put some more cinnabar here. So if we're going to put these geotuners in, it has to be at least 8 wide, and this is currently 7 wide. So I'm going to have to move the oxygen diffuser and put that probably here, right? Actually, you know what? I could put it here, couldn't I? That makes more sense. Let's just do that. I'll put a bottle emptier here as well, so we can get that sorted out. There you go. It's only 20 kilojoules, that's true. Ugh, it's not the end of the world. Although these are all, what's happened here? Oh, it's because we built all the pipe segments. These are discharged. That annoying thing. I think this is how we get it to actually adjust properly. There you go. It's like half a day's worth of boop energy. Yeah. Not too much of an issue. Right, you should be charging up again now. Good. Mercury stocks are high. We have plenty of mercury. So I'm pretty pleased with that. How much longer have we got for this to erupt? We've got 30 cycles. So I am going to do this just to make sure we can get it sorted out. Let's remove this. The only thing is, if I don't do it in a sealed room, we're going to have chlorine, random chlorine. And I have actually so far mostly contained the random chlorine. You know what I could do? If I just put some tiles here, maybe this will do. Maybe just keep the chlorine in here. Should be fine. So guys, I have a little bit of a guilty confession. I've been, instead of playing Overwatch when I'm not streaming, I've been playing Victoria 3. I've been learning how to play Victoria 3 because I bought it ages ago, and I never ended up really learning how to play it. And I feel like I've actually learned how to play it now. So, once we're done on this asteroid and we've sent someone to the Temporal Tear, What I'm very tempted to do is actually have a go at Victoria 3 on stream. Because it's quite a new game. And I feel like a lot of people don't know how to play it. And I feel like I've learned enough that it's like I could at least do a semi-convincing attempt. And it's quite pretty. And it's got the Victoria music. Victoria? No, Victoria 3, the Paradox game. Shen, who likes to raid us a lot, has been playing EU5 recently. And he's played over 3,000 hours of Victoria 3. And now he hates Victoria 3. And I can't really blame him. It's a pretty obtuse game, all things considered. But I'm enjoying it at the moment, because I haven't really played it enough to get bored of it. Or get frustrated by it. So I want to give it a try, is what I'm saying. And I'm wondering whether to do that on stream or off stream. Because the reality is, it's quite time consuming as well. I mean, the thing is, it takes... You play as a country in the world between 1836 and 1936. And... Oh, I should be building these out of steel, should I? Let's build these out of gold. And I just like the time period. I think it's a cool time period to have that sort of game set in. And it's a lot of economic management. It's basically an economic management simulator with some other elements. But it's mostly just trying to get the production lines of your country up and running. And seeing how colonialism can help you get your industry off the ground. It's just interesting to me. I used to be a huge fan of EU4, Europa Universalis. I played that for thousands of hours. But that was while I was doing my PhD. Right, put these wires here. Yeah, Mercury Bank is looking fine. I'm confident the God Volcano will heat up all this water properly, but it's going to take a while. You're going to erupt fairly soon. Yeah, it's the kind of game where it's like, I want to give it a try. I'm not sure I'd actually recommend people buy it, unless they're really into that specific kind of game, though. Oh, I know what we should do. You know what we could do? I could actually just put, like... Is it worth me just putting an insulated door here? Nah, I don't know. We'll just let a little bit of chlorine hang around in the bottom. It's fine. In fact, actually, while we're at it, let's dig this out as well.
Killer fish.
Hello, Ayla Avo.
Killer fish from San Diego. I don't know what I am, but I taste really good. I'm a killer fish. Hello. I'll be your killer fish for the evening. Thank you.
You're the killer fish. Thank you. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We've just been talking about another game I want to play on stream. Or at least I want to show you guys. The thing is, in principle, I feel like it's going to not take too long to complete a run. Because it's only 100 years compared to, like, the other strategy games, which are, like, way longer. Like, EU5 is over, like, 500 years. Is it weird I find the first redeem much more entertaining if I get it at 25 minutes if I'm actually here first? Oh, it's the most entertaining when no one redeems it at all, and then I feel really sad. Right, let's see. Saltwater geyser, please. I don't mind if a little bit of chlorine is hanging around. We just got to make sure that we actually get the steam out of this so we can run our SPOM so that our SPOM doesn't actually cool down too much. Because if that happens and our liquid lock perishes, then we're also going to perish. Well, not the duplicates will probably be fine, but I will personally perish because I'll be very annoyed. You know, maybe I'll just put the oxygen diffuser in here. It's probably not a bad idea, is it? We still have a load of algae on the rocket. I'm quite keen to actually use it. And we'll just turn these off once this room is up to temperature, which I think is actually going to be very soon. Percent green signal if above, let's say, 5,000? That seems like a reasonable number. And then we can actually activate this. Yeah, how's the payload situation going? Oh wow, we've actually dug a lot of this. That's good. Interesting. I should probably actually come over here and also just grab all of the mercury, right? I don't really care too much about the rest of this, but the mercury definitely needs to go. So let's actually just queue up a load of digs to do with that. Yeah. And then they'll dig all the meteor stuff as well. Oh, there's a load over here. Okay. That might be a bit more complicated. Oh, and this is actually just regular ice. So we can actually just dig through this normally. Okay. Interesting. I think that will work. Let's give it a try. The funny thing is, there's probably a way to come up here, but I'm not going to bother with it. Do I want to dump the snow anywhere? Is that worth doing? I don't think it is. Oh, Mr. Lonely. Geotuners do take a long time to build. I'll probably just leave them in here and just not activate them again, because I think we will have space. I might not even actually need to activate them, now that I think about it. This steam is already actually hot enough. You know what? I'm not going to activate them. We'll leave them here if we need them in an emergency, but I think we're actually at the point where these are working now. And we want to keep them self-cooled as well. This is obviously going to heat up the area quite a lot. So we want to put mercury in here as well. Actually, let's put some gunk in here. Seems good. So just sweep up the water. Oh, there's a load of ice. Well, if we put the mercury in here, maybe the ice will help with that. That's a lot of ice, though. It's probably going to break everything. Let's actually put another tile here. And then get to work on that. Right. So you should get that sorted now. I don't want to rely on the gas conduction alone. We do have the radiant pipe, but I don't know. Right, so now the spom is working. This is definitely enough water for the spom. And if I want to make more... Wait, you still don't count as a lab? What? Why not? No industrial machinery. Wait, really? That's hilarious. Well, what do you suggest I do about that? We do kind of need this to still run. Oh, whatever. If we're not actually going to need to use them, I'll just move this if we have to actually use them. That's fine. I don't want to get too hung up on that today. Wait. The dupes breathed all the oxygen in this room. That's fine. No, it's not fine. We need to actually dump gas in here. That's that's not enough gas. Right, I'm gonna have to dump hydrogen in here to make sure all of our bleach stone doesn't off-gas. Now that's interesting. So... You're not set to run at the moment because we don't actually have enough hydrogen. Right, can I do something? Can I actually just do this? And then we'll just send this in here. Also, you can just remove this segment. In fact, you can remove all of these segments because I actually need as much rock as I can get. I don't mind you burning some of the hydrogen for now for a little bit of power. But that's good, we got some steam turbine power as well. That's like 500 watts. This should definitely be a power plant room. Right, that's some gunk. That's probably enough gunk. I know we're getting a load of wire damage as well. Right, actually, we have hydrogen, we have steam turbines. So let's disconnect this now. We only need to run the hydrogen if we're not getting enough steam power to run the SPOM. The geotuners. So that should be fine. Yeah, this is hot enough now, we don't actually need to worry. That's good. Oh, you don't need to... Oh, wait. This is bottled water that's going into the SPOM. Yeah, that's fine. Wait. That's not fine. These need to actually clear, don't they? Well... They don't have to clear. Let's just put the bridge there and then prioritize the dumper. That way we can make sure that our water is actually, like, we've not got random water bottles just, like, boiling or freezing and melting on the map, because that really annoys me. Right, that should stop all of the wire disruption now. And now our power bank chargers could just be running off of the mercury power. That should be fine, because we know that's enough mercury power for it as well. And then I actually do need you to make microchips. So I'm going to tell you to make them out of gold, because the mercury is going to run out eventually. So I'm going to set you to priority 9. Because we should have enough gold to do this forever. It's not a lot of stuff, right? How's digging going? Digging's going alright. Doesn't look like there's any issues so far. I'm just going to put some more tiles over here just to get this functioning. Probably. And then I do actually need to remove this as well. So we'll go ahead and remove the vending machine. Because I'm going to do 2 triangles of 5. Of 5 Wheezeworts. Because we got 11 Wheezewort seeds. Right, this room is hot enough. It's not too hot. But it will be in a minute. So I do actually need to get working on this. Right, so now this canister filler is set to hydrogen. So we should end up with a load of hydrogen in here. And then I'm just going to tell them to dump hydrogen in here. And that should stop the off-gassing. Okay. Oh, you know what we should do, actually? Now that we don't need the cobalt for dumping a load of heat in this room, we can make this out of cobalt. Yeah, let's do that. Because we'll save the steel for other things. I don't still need to import more steel, do I? I'll just turn this off now. Yeah, we haven't sent any steel in a while. You've got the booster, so let's actually just get you to launch. Oh. Okay, there you go. Sure. Yeah, then these are only going to run when we actually need to put the water into SPOM. Which I think is fine. I guess it just means it's going to be very intermittent power. It's only going to be one of these working at a time. And only for half the time. Well, that's fine with me. The important thing is, we can run this at full power if we have to. So, that's good. Right, okay. While we're waiting to clear the top of the map, let's actually look up our Metal Volcano guide again, because I'm going to have to adjust it slightly. Because we're going to do that build in here, but I am going to have to tweak it a little bit. And we've got to get the Cobalt Volcano sorted out first, so this one's actually getting too hot. Okay, let's see. So, right. We can remove this dispenser now. We can start setting up more things in here. So we've got the thermo aqua tuner, we've got the smart battery, we've got and we've got room for the auto sweep and everything. But let's actually, I think we've got to put the meter and the conveyor loader in here somewhere. So let's do this. I'm gonna make this out of steel. I think what we've got to do is we've got to put the meter in here like this. Let's do that. And then, oh yeah, this is good. And then we can put the auto sweeper in here, and then that can reach everything. Because we don't care about that tile. And then I can put a thermosensor in here, and then this thermosensor can activate at the right temperature. Right, let me actually link the video. I linked it before, but that was before we actually finished it. But I do have a dedicated video where I show you how to set up one of these tamers. What I like to do, you can run these off of subcooled steam turbines. What I like to do is I like to run a thermo aqua tuner with low uptime, just to actively cool everything, and then we can actively cool all the metal. Because that's going to be really important. Also, out of interest, what temperature is the bleach stone when it goes in here? It's really hot. The bleach stone is really hot when it goes in here. This is insulated, so I don't think that's necessarily a problem, but that means I should probably insulate this room too, right? Let's at least do this. The issue is we don't have a lot of rock for insulated tiles. Oh, what's happened? Steam is escaping. That's fine. I need more... I think it was just a tile of steam that escaped. Let's do this for now. And then what I'll do is... I'll put a pedestal in here and we'll put some mercury on it. Where's the pedestal again? Here it is. We have a lot of pedestals unlocked now. Let's priority 9 this, because I don't really want more steam to escape. I mean, actually, if the steam escapes, then we can just pitcher pump it, right? I think that's what we'll do. I'll put a pitcher pump here, and then I'll put a pitcher pump here. No. Put a pitcher pump here. No, I'm a twit. Put it here. Right. Dig all of this. Don't dig that one. I'm going to dig all of this too, if we can reach it. And then we'll just pump all the water out of here, and we'll set this to auto bottle. This one over here. Yeah. That's good. So this is filling up with hydrogen now. It's going to take a while to fill up the canister with hydrogen, but when it does, it should be the right pressure. What's overheating? The door? Yeah, I don't care about that. Right. We will have a load of mechatronics and automation to do as well. That's fine. I'm gonna remove this tile if I can. Once we're done with this, but it's probably gonna be a bit annoying until then. Also, I hope you don't mind I've got my music on today. I just felt like it. You know me. I like to mix it up with the playlist. Right, liquid mercury, please. And then Sonia can get that built, that's fine. Yeah, stress has come right down on this planet now. That's really good. I was kind of worried about that. You know what? I'm also going to put one over here. And I'm going to dig up all of this. Because we're going to want to get rid of all of these liquids at some point. And I think what I'm actually going to do is just tile this. And then all the liquids should pour out either this way or this way. And you know what I might do? I might just do this. There's just a little pocket of oxygen there. That's quite funny. Yeah, pitcher pump here. Right, remove, empty this. That should be fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, the mercury's just hanging out there. That's good enough. Right, remove this, and then keep that one as a lid to protect this. That makes sense, right? And then I'm going to get you to dump some more gunk up here, because we're not changing this one. There's no heat leak on that tile. And I think what I'm going to do is have this just be on a completely closed loop. So, I'll make the rest of this wire out of cobalt. And then that's just going to go, I don't know, like this. Because I want this to all be completely separate from everything else. At least until the point where I could put a transformer in here. I could probably actually just put a transformer in here and lead the power off. There's definitely a way for me to do that. I'll do that at some point. Right, what else do I want to actually do? Do I want to actually insulate this bit that we're cooling? I don't know. Probably not. We're not going to be running it that cold, are we? And it's already... Well, it should have been quite cold out here, but you know how it is.
Hello there.
Hello, Redneck. How are you? What are you up to today? We've been successfully heating up our steam. And what we're trying to do now is we're just trying to get these metal volcanoes sorted. We've also done a fair bit of meteor clearing because I want to get these temporal tear stuff sorted out. But I do need to get in here as well. And I'm just going to dig all of this so we can get in here too. Do good, glad to be home, but no more mango Pepsi. No! What will you do? What will you do? It's all good. Right, let's put a ladder here. Right, I think I'm gonna have to look up the overlays now. Let's look up... let's do the automation first, because I think that's gonna be the most annoying one. I'm sure I have an overlay for the automation, right? There's no way I didn't think about that. Oh. Hold on. I thought I put a timestamp in for automation. Did the timestamp not work properly? No, apparently I just didn't leave a timestamp for automation on the video. That's kind of funny. Right, well, in any case, this is the end of the liquids section. Yes, we'll do that in a sec. They're still building everything in here at the moment. Let's just let them build everything. Right, okay. That gives me good ideas. So, first of all, let's make sure that the meter is plugged into itself. I can tell you that one for free. And then we want a NOT gate coming out of the battery. So that NOT gate can come here. You know what, do we have cobalt in here? We will in 93 seconds. Let's build all of this automation out of cobalt. So, yeah, do that. Put the wire here. Put the NOT gate here. Then we need this sensor and the other one to go into an AND gate, which will go here. Okay, that's actually really convenient. Nice. Okay. And that can plug in there, and then the thermosensor is just going to go here. That's going to plug into the two steam turbines. So let's put the thermosensor in as well. And then that's it for automation. And then the mechatronics. What's that gonna look like? A cobalt volcano on a tundra planet? Yeah, because it's the Ceres Fragment version. I'm a little bit disappointed by this because we still printed Ceres critters in the end, anyways. But it means we don't have all the iron volcanoes we would normally have access to. But a cobalt and a gold volcano is still decent, so we've definitely got to actually hook them up. Right. What else do I want to do? Liquid piping for sure. Let's do liquid piping, actually. So... Oh, cock. Wait. Are we not going to have enough insulated rock for the piping? That's not good. That's definitely not good. What am I going to do about that? I mean, we've already heated up most of the map to the point where snow tiles don't make any sense. You know what? Snow tiles do make sense over here. Let's do this. And in actual fact, you know what? I think we can do snow tiles here too. Because this isn't going to melt. They're just going to have cold meteors dumping on it. And I'll get you to deconstruct these too. Didn't know change to volcanoes too? Yeah, there's also a saltwater geyser, which is admittedly going to make things a little bit easier otherwise, in that we can actually get oxygen here. Very helpful. I think we're going to have to be really stingy with tiles. I'm actually going to tell them to get rid of a lot of these ladders. I really don't think we can afford to have unnecessary tiles in here. So I'm actually going to remove these ones too. No. Remove the top one, not the bottom one. I could also remove this, but I'm going to leave it in here for redundancy for the vacuum. How irritating. Right, we have the boosters, so... Oh, you've got the astronomy booster. Do I need you to scan anything here? Yes, I do actually need you to scan something. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's also build... While you've got the astronomy booster, let's just build the telescope. And I'm just going to stick it right here. No, let's get rid of all these tiles. And I'll stick it right next to the Temporal Tear thing. Feels like I'm scavenging metal ores over the planets to make more conveyor rails here. There's definitely not going to be a lot of conveyor rails here. Oh, God. Yeah, that's true. Actually, we did have some iron ore. Could probably do a few rail segments. I think the metal situation is less concerning than the actual tile situation, which is very weird. Right, I could remove this too. Oh, probably don't need these. I didn't actually want you to build these. Right, I also want you to make these snow tiles. And then we'll put the telescope here. And then the wire, that could be made out of gold, so that could go probably just... That's not what I wanted. Okay. Cancel that. I'm actually gonna dig... actually, you know what? I'm gonna put a ladder in. That's fine. Do that, and then we can actually deconstruct some of these drywalls, but not all of them. I'm gonna leave... Well, we know we could deconstruct these two. Yeah, we'll sort it out. Right, I do need you to come and dig this too. That's fine. Yeah, this is nice and warm now. Gunk. The gunk froze. Why? There's a load of snow and ice in here. That's funny. Yeah, because I want this to be mercury, don't I? Let's just put another pedestal here and put some more mercury here. I do not want all of this steam escaping. Yeah, you've warmed up again. That's good. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, so I've been playing some Victoria 3. So I did a starting run as Belgium, and that was fine. I did a run as Chile, and I got into a war, and I won the war, but I forgot to enforce my demands. So I ended that one, because that was a bit stupid. And I've just done a little playthrough as Dai Nam, so Vietnam. That was interesting as well. But I'm very much enjoying it as sort of like a mostly chill game at the moment, where we just play around with the industry and don't do a lot of wars. And I'm thinking maybe streaming it will actually push me to do something a bit more interesting. now that I think I actually understand the basic fundamentals of the game. I think I'm at the point where I can kind of stretch a little harder. I was also really worried that playing a non-westernized country was going to be really annoying, but I don't think it is, because Dai Nam was fine. I know in Victoria 2 it was quite annoying. You know, I'm going to get this lead here too. We've got to set up the oxygen pipe as well. Let's do that. Oh, right, okay. How irksome. Well, that could go up here. Obviously, we're going to remove this pipe once we're done. Because it's a lot of rock that we don't really have, but I do want to scan all these tiles just to make our rocket travel easier. This gold still isn't hot enough, that's good. This room's getting a bit too hot now. Let's actually priority 9 that. I'm going to priority 8 this. There you go. Don't even worry about that one. Oh, I can actually come in here and dig all of this now. That's good. I'm going to uproot these trees. Sorry. Also, I'm going to replace these tiles with friggin' obsidian, because this is annoying me. It's really annoying me. Alright, are you actually going to dump the gunk in here? No, because I need to tell you to auto bottle. It's fine. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you're fine, Eduardo. I believe in you. I just got a notification that Willow is playing RimWorld. Nice, nice. Oh, we just had a load of ice melt, didn't we? It's fine. I can handle that. Yeah, sweep these 2 tiles. Ice is nice. Well, water is nice. Ice is not what we want. Who's going to come and do this one then? Eduardo. The Bionic duplicates have been so well behaved in this playthrough. Fantastic. Oh, I forgot to even say, we released the Slickster video on YouTube. I finally put together a fully automated Slickster ranching build, and I'm pretty happy with it. The main concern about it is that the design is set up so that we use all of the glum slicksters to actually produce oil as well. And that means you don't actually have to have that many ranches to process a lot of carbon dioxide. Because you can have 14 Glum Slicksters out of one breeder Slickster. And then that means that you actually, for every 10 kilograms of crude oil you get from the breeder Slickster, you actually get 28 from the Glum Slicksters, right? So you actually only need to build a quarter of the ranches that you would expect to handle your industry once it's up and running. That doesn't really seem like much of a downside to me. The main downside is, because the Glum Slicksters are lower down in the ranch than the Tame Slicksters, or the Happy Slicksters, because they drop out at the end of the chute, all the carbon dioxide gets dragged towards the bottom, and it can get to the point where your breeders could starve if you're not filling the ranch with enough carbon dioxide. So what a lot of people were talking about was just actually building all their carbon dioxide generators directly into the Slickster room. And the main thing I would suggest is you need to make sure that you're overproducing CO2 and you're dumping it in the room. What? Why is this so hot? Excuse me? Oh! We dumped all the salt out of this. We dumped all the steam out of this room. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Hold on. Sulfur. Okay, non-conveyor load of sulfur. Right. I want you to dump 4 tons of sulfur directly here, please. Please do that right now. Meep. Let's watch Meep do this. Oh god. Do not watch Meep do this. The camera. Yeah, we're back here for a little bit. I'm kind of not really looking at these other asteroids anymore. I just want to get the Temporal Tear asteroid done. I will get the Wheezeworts set up today as well. And we can at least fire a rad bolt into the Temporal Tear. Or into the Temporal Tear opener, rather. You are the strong one, aren't you? How much sulfur you got there? Oh, half of it. That's good. Okay. That will do. Right, naphtha? I didn't really want naphtha there. I don't overly care. This is frustrating because I don't want you to repair any of this. The other frustrating part is the sulfur won't really move unless I actually move it. If I put sulfur in here, will it just melt on the conveyor going through the steam? That's kind of what I'm hoping to see. Let's give it a try. Oh. Well, it won't while this isn't working. Right, you know what, actually, deconstruct this. You know what we'll do? Oh, I don't have a lot of metal here either. I want to set up a little loop just to recirculate the sulfur. To be fair, it can just be a little loop. So what I'll do is I'll do something like this, and then I'll just bring it down here, and then I'll tell it to load up in there. That should work. But yeah, you are going to have to do this now. Have to give time so we don't see. What? Excuse me? What day? Cycle 982. Blimey. Right, that should be enough sulfur to absorb the heat. And in fact, it's actually cooling down in here just because of the sulfur already. That's good. Or perhaps it's just the fact that we're bringing more material in here. We'll see. I put that there. This timer sensor isn't doing anything, by the way. A little intermission, as it were. What we got? Sticks to eggs is funny, but let's just print the muck root. We got 3 million calories here now. That's good. I really want to see someone build this, so it's probably going to be Ren, right? Hi, what am I cycling sulfur for? I want to have more sulfur in the saltwater geyser room, because it will be liquid when the saltwater geyser is erupting, and it will be a heat buffer to make sure that the room doesn't overheat too much when these are being actively cooled during the last section of cooling. There wasn't enough sulfur in here as a buffer. It doesn't have to be sulfur, it's just a convenient material that I have too much of, that I'm not using for anything. And obviously we're going to generate a lot of sulfur once we actually start all of the sour gas boiling, so I'm not too worried about having a big liquid layer in here. So long as we have some sulfur somewhere else. Because we're still using it to make the supercoolant as well, but like, it's fine. And then we can come back to the other asteroid and that should all be done, right? I will have to come back here and fix this again though, so I want to make sure I sort it out today. What? Looks like we boiled some more gunk here, apparently. On some hot cobalt, maybe? Yeah, that sounds about right. That's so ugly. Right, okay. Let's do the liquid pipes over here, because I think we have enough metal now. We have enough rock, as it were. Right, I am going to have to make some of this out of granite, which is really annoying. So I'll tell you what, if you just go up here, then I'll actually bridge you like we did in the video to save rock. I can't believe I'm actually doing that. That's good. So then let's see what we do. So this could be normal pipe. So that is just going to go... You know what, that's going to go underneath to save rock this time. And then, let's see. So the battery is normally down here, but I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to have... This pipe is going to look a little bit different. So... what I generally want to do is I want the water to run past the volcanoes. Radiant pipe is actually cheaper than normal pipe. And obviously it's made out of the refined metal, so we do want to do that. I'm going to make this out of gold, because I don't want the same thing happening that happened earlier. And then let's just see what this looks like. Okay, so that goes past the volcanoes and then it recirculates back into here. That should be fine. It's going to go up there, down here, and then... Okay, so the issue with this is... I need to insulate this pipe too. In fact, what I should do... Oh, you know what? This is fine, right? You usually put an ammo sensor in the steam room? Yeah. Yeah, I did do that. I set it to above 1,000. I should probably just set it a bit hotter. I should probably just set it a bit higher, shouldn't I? Oh, I don't know, it's fine. Right, I just wanted to melt the sulfur, I'm gonna be honest. Right, so now the sulfur comes out in little packets on the conveyor rail, and then that's going to start eating up. And then that's not dumping anywhere. Why is that not dumping anywhere? Oh, the bridge needs to be first. The bridge needs to be first. So what I actually need to do is something like that. And I think I connected that pipe to the wrong spot in the Aquatuna. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm gonna have to make this a little longer as well. Probably fine. Right. That should work. I'm gonna get all the steam out of here anyways. It's fine. Right, what are we doing over here? I usually forget the safeties and break everything. Yeah. Not sure why, but I can't make a proper saltwater contraption will go ever. I mean, to be fair, the video seems really, You're right, I totally did plug this into the wrong bit. I was trying to save rock. Didn't work. There you go. Right, that should be fine. And then... Oh. Do playlist. There you go. So, what I want to do is... I've got a bridge here that's taking the water off. But do I actually want to do that? Oh no, it's dumping the water in. Oh, I get it now. Right, okay. So, we have that bridge there, and then... Let's actually just put a bottle drainer here. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just stick the pipe here where we load it on. Yeah, that seems fine. So that will load the water onto the line. And then this water just dumps next to the volcano. So what I'll actually do is I'll just stick it here. And then that can go around here. That should work. I think I need an insulated tile for that. Or an insulated pipe, rather. Okay, well, we're officially out of rock. That's not good. That means we're going to have to import some more. So let's actually just start payloading igneous rock over, I think. There's no shortage of rock on this asteroid, at least. Igneous rock, please. Then you guys can get in here and build everything here, because this room is getting too hot now. Also, I need to set this volcano. And we did decide what it was going to be set to. Did I put the... Oh, I did put all the information regarding the volcano maps in a comment. That's interesting. Right, so this volcano erupts at 0.563. But we're going to geotune it. And we're just going to set this up to run... we're just going to set this up to... Oh, let's just check the other asteroid. So this... Sorry, frog in my throat. Let's see, so this one has an eruption average of 1066. So it's twice the eruption average on here. But that's because of the half and half we were doing. So it should just be the eruption average that we're doing this to. Okay. So this is going to be geotuned, so we do want to double this. So it'll be 1.126. And that means we're going to get all the metal out between eruptions. Or during the active phase. And while it's dormant, it's not going to do anything. Why is that glass purple? It's because we have the True Tiles mod. And it makes diamond glass a different color. Which I like. Very good mod. So... Then we're also going to set this to... about 165. So send green signal if above 165. There you go. Oh, you're gonna actually start taking the water out then? You're putting it in here. Okay. Well, that's one way to do it. And then we need to set up the mechatronics. Is that the last thing I need to do? I think that is the last thing I need to do. So, where are the conveyor rails going? Let's see. Oh, this bit isn't too annoying, actually. Hold on. I'm going to make this a shorter than usual conveyor loop as well, just so that it's not super annoying. So these will be actively cooled by the aqua tuners. So I'm going to send the metal up here, and then that's literally just going to run along here, and then I'm just going to dump it here. I don't think I'm going to do anything super fancy with this. You thought of stained glass is not a beautiful one, plus it saves 50% of the diamond when short. Okay, so then this is just going to be set to refine metal. But I'll do that once we've actually built everything. And I think that's a complete build. So it'll be good to get this working, because if we leave it any longer, this thing is going to overheat. I mean, there is admittedly some ice in here that's refusing to melt. Do I just get them to make, like, some ice temperature plates? Just to melt this? It's possible. That's all in range of the auto sweeper. There you go. Is that going to melt you more effectively? It will at some point. Oh, that's what I normally do. I normally put the liquid uranium in here. Let's send over some depleted uranium as well, or some uranium ore. How much of that do we have? Have a look. So, depleted uranium, we don't have a lot. Uranium ore, we do have a lot. Let's send over the uranium ore. Yeah, go ahead and do that as well. I will get you to keep sending the rock. That is important. Wait, what? Oh, that is the top. I got confused by the bars. Setting the meter to 1.126 will result in an actual flow of 1.111. Okay, why does that happen? I'm sure there's a good reason for it, Quantum Sorry. Please explain. Is that just from the loading behavior of the sweeper and the loader? Oh, are you actually running now? You are actually running now. That's good. I do need you to run. The only thing is, I really need you to actually run the cooling network first. But it's a start. That means all this power is currently... Actually, it's going into the battery. That's good. But I do need you to immediately build all of this. Everything else needs to wait. Hope you're doing well, Quantum Zari. Oh, let's put some more mercury here too. Oh yeah, we got some nectar because we dismantled the tree. That's funny. Not very much, but it's honest work. Right, let's remove all of this as well. And then we can start setting up Wheezeworts. I mean, this is the most important tamer that we need to set up. The Gold Volcano is still fine. We will set... I think we will set up the Gold Volcano today as well, though. You're erupting with the cobalt now. That's good. This ice should melt pretty quickly. Now that we've assigned all the rest of it to being built. Actually, you know what? If I dump those into, like, little blobs... That should melt a bit quicker now. With all the metal there, right? One would hope. I think all the dupes are just on break. Wait, why are all these geotuners turned off? Ah, beans. Because we dumped all the hydrogen in this canister. Wait. What? Oh no, it looks like we've used all the hydrogen for power instead. $20 kilograms over 18 packets. Ah, I see. It's packet rounding. Oh, that's weird. Wow. I'll tell you what, Quantum Zari. You should leave that as a YouTube comment on my video. Because I didn't even think about that. Right, so 1.177. We can go and adjust all the other ones as well. But yeah, we did have a tiny little bit left over on the other planet, so there must have been what caused it. Very smart. Good. You know what, actually? Should we just go and do that right now? So... Ugh. It's just a whole number dividing exercise, isn't it? You know what, I'm going to do this off stream. I don't think it's that interesting. We got other things to focus on, technically, haven't we? But I do need to make sure these volcanoes are actually getting geotuned. Because I want the metal. So does that mean I'm just connecting this back up again? I think it does mean we're just connecting this back up again. Just for now. Okay, good. There will be a little bit of excess power from this as well. Should I actually just hook this straight up to this wire? I think I might do that. Or is that going to overload the wire? Again, this is going to be running intermittently, so I think it should be fine. You never geotune Metal Volcano, so is it put flow at 1? Yeah. No, I'm always geotuning volcanoes. That's like the main thing that I do on this channel. It's just geotuning various things. So we've got loads more mercury to dump in the pit as well. That's good. Stop overloading. The thing is, I have to charge up the power banks as well. I don't have a choice. Oh, these mercury things aren't working properly because we're still building all the we're still building all the pipes. Well, I'm just going to need you to build these. I'm sure you're getting on the case, but you just got to do it. I need to make sure you're not repairing everything. Stop overloading. Today I learned the new ONI DLC added voice commands. I wish. Hope you do well, LT. I'm gonna have to reset these again. I think that I'm not going to set this design up like this next time. I'm just going to make it so that the pipes are always full. Because if the pipes are depending on 50-50ing for this, you just get these powering down a little bit every time that you actually put liquids in a pipe. I'm kind of hoping they're just going to finish on these pipes soon. But I guess they're grabbing all the material from all the way across the map. Temps are finally just above freezing this afternoon, so I hope I can dig my car out later this week. Nice. Fair enough. This is very interesting. The discrete maths problem that I didn't even consider. But yeah, it's a good thing we caught that, because if these weren't running, we'd have been in actual trouble. You have tuned this as well. You need to tune this. someone who can tune. That's what they've done over here. Xaeric. Also, if you're tuned, why aren't you actually producing 1200 watts? Weird. It's just showing this when it shouldn't be showing it. Right, the steam temperature in here has dropped a lot now. That's good. I guess we're building a lot of material in here, but I guess it's also this ice actually interacting with things. It's a visual bug. Boo! Boo hiss. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna detach this. And what else am I gonna do? Can't really detach anything else, can I? Oh, this is way too much stuff on here. Right, you're just gonna have to do that. And then we're just gonna have to plug this in down here. When you... Ah, I see what you're talking about now. Okay. Right, this needs to be priority 9. We're pretty close to getting this working. Also, there's a good amount of hot cobalt in here, so if we start spreading it around this room, that should help melt the ice as well. And once the ice actually does melt, we should have plenty of gas pressure in here. Yeah, the steam pressure is higher than it was, so clearly the ice did just actually melt. And then again, I'm going to set this to water and enable auto bottle just so we can fill this pipe up. Because I'm pretty sure this is just going to be regular water in the coolant pipe. And this is going to be set to, I don't know, like some green signal up above. Let's set this to like 30. Seems good. Oh, you can dig this too, that's fine. I actually got the mercury down here as well. Can I just sweep this up? I can sweep it up. Okay. That's too much liquid, so we'll have to pitch pump that too. What are you doing? Oh, you're grabbing all the metal. Yeah, fair enough. Yes, there's a fine balance. I wonder what do tune-up microchips supposed to represent in real life, or is it just only voodoo magic? Oh, definitely just only voodoo magic. I don't know. I think it's supposed to replicate... I think it's supposed to say that you're, like, automating it in a smarter way to balance the power or something. I don't know. I mean, the generators in this game are just a black box. They're just producing outputs from inputs. We don't know what's actually happening inside the generator. We don't know what's happening with the what's. Uses the same tech as the aquatuners. Yes. Physics. I don't see it. Like how they always green changes. Oh, right, yeah. I'm probably... I'll just let you guys talk about that now. While I'm focusing on all this. We flooded the steep... that's stupid. Right. Grab those tiles. Just very quickly. This will not be a major exercise. Yeah. There you go. And then you can grab this skunk. There you go. That's still enough water to get the job done. looks like this is filled up with bleach stone now. That's good. I think this is actually just going to fill up with chlorine, and we actually have enough chlorine that this shouldn't matter, so I'm not going to fill up that canister with hydrogen anymore, because I don't think it's going to be worth it. So I am just going to get you to do this, and we're going to refill this with oxygen. Is that enough hydrogen to do this? I don't think that's enough hydrogen to do this. I'm literally just going to get a canister drainer and put it back here and dump it into the pipe again. You know, just to be super efficient about all of this. Right, and then remove this pipe. There you go. Yeah, if this is actually filling up with enough bleach stone, even with the off-gassing, then I'm happy for this room to just fill up with chlorine like it did originally. I just wasn't sure that was going to happen, but this does appear to be happening. So that's fine. Right, we are very nearly done with this. That's good. Once that pipe segment's done, I reckon we can just proceed. Because we've got a little bit of water in here for the coolant pipe now. Yeah, okay. So let's actually start putting the cobalt in here. There you go. Now the only thing is, I need to make sure these metal... Okay, so this is currently coming out too hot. I need to make this at least a little bit longer, so that it actually cools off. Which makes me think that what I actually should do is bring this around this way and then put the chute here. Yeah, we'll do that. So let's do that, let's do that. Let's remove... Oh god, come on, come on. Buddy, we were looking at another volcano then. Right, remove this. And then remove this. And then deconstruct these and this. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Just to make sure the metal actually cools off, because we don't want to be actively cooling it when it's still 500 degrees. Yeah, there you go. Have fun. I'm hoping with all of these generators together, we should be alright on this one. That means I can plug this one back into the oxygen as well, right? You've deteriorated again. But it's still high enough, I'm just going to wait until we actually do the gold volcano. Oh, the water's condensing? Oh. Oh no, this is just the ice that melted at last. That's a lot of that's a lot of water. Well, how much longer have we got in this cobalt volcano? We got a couple of eruptions left. So long as it is actually geotuned, it should be fine, right? I'm just gonna cancel all these now. Yeah. That was all the ice from the temperature plates melting. While the packet is working on the rail. Okay. I'm being baited into joining into your conversation, but I shouldn't really be. It's fine. The mechatronics is actually getting built pretty quickly, that's good. And I think I just want all of this ice to melt as well, and then we'll sweep some of it out. This might actually be too much ice. We'll see. We should still have some gunk left, so we should be able to sweep up some of it anyways. Right, this metal is now cold enough. Because if we look at it here, you can see it cools down pretty quickly once it actually gets on another tile. Please send them some gear bombs. Yes! So... we have the advanced medical booster. I wanted Sonya to come up here and actually scan this. And then once Sonia has scanned this, I'm going to give her the medical booster. And she's going to make some gear balm for people. In fact, I'm going to yellow alert this. Not enough oxygen. We'll be alright. Yes, that is the plan. Right, and look, the cobalt is coming out and it's nice and cold now. That's good. Although, what I do actually want to do... I shouldn't be dumping it on a neutronium tile. I should be dumping it up... I should be dumping it on a weight plate. I should be dumping it on a weight plate so that we can control when the dupes can access it. Because if we don't do this, then the dupes are very silly. And they actually try and pick up the tiny little packets every time they come out. So we're going to have to do something like this. Actually, you know what? Just put it one higher, then it's not going to trigger me. It doesn't mean I'm going to have to put more conveyor lines down, but that's okay. And then that power wire could just go here. And then that can open the door when it's over a ton. Yeah, that's fine. Hello, Pithica. Paku points. Yes, Paku points. Accumulate them. Congratulations on your 7-stream streak. Glad you're enjoying things. Just remove the bottle filler. Yeah, but the point is I want to put a weight plate here. And this is neutronium. It's fine. This isn't too much extra effort. We've still got a lot of steam in here, that's good. This is probably going to end up as slightly too much water, but that's okay. We've filled this with water now, haven't we? Okay. Yeah, I could just remove this, you're right. I'm going to do that so we actually save the metal, and or save the materials. Let's do it. I don't mind just dumping all the water out either. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Are you still actually yellow alert scanning this? You are, good. You got a lovely view with all the payloads. Oh wow, yeah, speaking of payloads. Yeah, so probably just a couple of tiles we're going to be scanning. Again, it's just to actually satisfy the rocket travel. I think we set you to priority 9 now. You should be fine, right? What else is on your list? Oh, right. I need to actually give Sonia researching priority. Yeah, there you go. So that should now actually be your higher errands, right? I'll let you do that for a minute. Set this to above a ton. And then that will do 984. It's literally 984. There we go. They have this weird animation in the telescope, like they're scooping out and throwing something. They are. They're writing notes and they're putting them in the bin. But you can't see it because the payload's in the way, I think. Yeah, they shouldn't take very long with this. We got the igneous rock. We got the refined phosphorus. Oh, we want to stop dumping refined phosphorus here for sure. We need that. We need that back home. Oh, we are stopped. Interesting. It's weird. We just not open that one. These are all igneous rock. Oh, and you know what I should do as well? I should put these all in one place, right? Actually, does that matter? I mean, it kind of matters. That doesn't seem like a today job. Cobalt is erupting. I guess at the moment, water is our liquid of choice for the eruption. But that's obviously not what we actually want to happen long term. Right, so now I need to deconstruct this, and then we're good. But the important thing is the metal is getting cooled down. Right, so the next thing to do is just do more or less the same thing for this gold volcano, except we're only using one turbine. So let's see, if you build payload opener, they would all bring payloads to it. We've got the payload openers. I was wondering about whether to put the payload beacon in, so they all land in the same place. But I'm not doing it automated yet. I will do it automated at some point, but it's not really the constraint on what we're doing at the moment. We will eventually do it, but it's probably like one of the last things we'll actually end up doing. Right, so we need to get this working. I don't think we're going to have room in here for the battery. And also, I don't think this is going to generate enough power to actually be needed. So I think I'm just going to hook this up to the main wire here. Oh, God. Get out of here. That actually, the dispenser shouldn't be there. Right, let's think about this. So, conveyor loader will go here. This needs to be steel. Not unpause it. The meter can go here. The conveyor rail can go like this. And then that's probably just gonna dump here. Oh no, if I was gonna do this, then I would have to actually make a little opening or something. You know what? It's gold. It's gonna be pretty conductive. I'm just gonna do something like this. It does not have a lot of heat capacity, so I'm just gonna run it past the... I'm gonna run it past the steam turbine. And then I'm just gonna... Usually the Tear asteroid has iron volcanoes. Does Ceres combination make it different? Yes, it does. It replaces it with whatever the Ceres volcanoes would be. Much to my mild annoyance. Right. I think what we do is we put it here. So let's put the airlock here. Again, I'll unpause it now. The chute here. Then the weight plate can go here. I just want to put it somewhere where it's not going to get in the way. And again, that's going to go here. And that should be fine. That should get it nice and cold. In fact, I'm pretty sure this will do. The only thing is we need the actual... we need the water to heat up. Oh, I need to get the gas out of here as well, don't I? Yes, I do. This room is just steam and carbon dioxide, but we've got oxygen in here, so I need to pump that first. Okay, let's do that. That means I'm gonna have to actually do that first. Let's put a mini gas pump in here. You know, I think a mini gas pump will do. Then I can shove it here, right? That seems fine. Then I can just vent, I don't know, like here. Right, and then that can go... Oh god, okay. That does not seem like the most efficient way of doing it, but I don't really care. We have plenty of metal. That can go there. You're playing on Ceres right now in the Tundra? Yeah, no, so it's the Ceres Fragment. So because it's the Ceres Fragment, it has different volcanoes. That's the main thing. Replace the carnivorous tree planetoid and not the tear one on your last squelchy playthrough. Ah. Yeah, I think it just depends on the seed. It's not guaranteed, is it? How weird. Right, let's actually get back off the YouTube video now because I think we can handle it. Right, so the auto sweeper's gonna go here. The thermosensor is gonna have to go here. So we're trying to fit this in a really small space now, but that's fine. So that can go here. Also, even if it is fully geotuned, like, normal volcanoes do not generate a lot of heat. So the reality is, probably don't need to actively cool it with a thermal aquatuner. The reason I'm doing this again is just to make sure the metal is cold when it comes out. You can do a self-cooled steam turbine, but then you're not necessarily cooling the metal. And we could send the metal all the way down here, but we don't have the conveyor rails for that. We don't have enough material. So that is actually going to go... So that's vacuum. It's not vacuum. It should be vacuum. I could tile this. That should definitely stay as vacuum, and then that means I can actually run it here, bridge it here, and then go down here. And then, yeah, I'm just going to hook this up straight to the thermo aquatuner because we're just going to leave this plugged into the main bit, I think. Set this to above 30. And then I think we're good. So that should all be priority 9. Oh, and then we need to do the liquid handling. Right, okay. That's the perpetually annoying part, but we did at least actually unpack some of the rocks, so that's good. So that can go like that. Some things are still guaranteed, like tungsten and swampy, or niobium and superconductive, or chlorine vent on mu. Yes, that's true. Again, we will do the bridge here just to save the rock. And then I think what will happen is... steam vent is just going to go around... Ooh, where are we going to put the steam vent? I could probably put it where this dispenser is. Or the liquid vent. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to swap the thermosensor and the liquid vent. Well, when I replaced the tree planet, I still had the tungsten volcano. I just had some other stuff instead of the 2 to 4 ones. Oh, yeah. There you go. You get. It looks like you're guaranteed at least one then. Niobium and a block of ice and mercury sounds like a fun one to find. Yeah, that's funny. I mean, yeah. Build all this first, and then we'll do the other stuff. The liquid is actually going to dump here. So let's actually just bring that like this. That needs to be an insulated segment. There you go. That's the seed if you want to check it out. Oh, I have some sad news. I tried to check out the seed for Sargassel Bust on Maps Not Included, but it got overwritten with the latest updates. You can no longer generate this seed. I mean, you can generate a seed like it that's missing an oil biome. And that still works, but it's not the same seed. So that's mildly sad. So, oh. I was going to do a bridge or something, wasn't I? You know what, let's do it like this. And then this pipe is going to run... Oh, I really am running out of metal, aren't I? Or running out of ore. Right, that can go there. And then let's make this out of lead. Lead isn't very conductive, but we have lots of it. Also, lead isn't very conductive, but it's still a refined metal. They're still conductive enough. Then that can go back in here, and then that can just lead up to here. That's fine. And then, in terms of actually leading the water on from the bottle emptier, bottle drainer, let's actually just stick that... Stick that here. And then... something like this. That works. Yeah, just do that. So, I want to keep both these things here just so we can dump the mercury properly. And I'm guessing this... I'm guessing we're going to have a little bit of liquid up here, but not a lot. Fair enough. Right, these are going to start depowering as we build the pipe segments, I think. Now, I can remove this, and then we can build everything else. Yeah, so that can all be Priority 9. We're back to actually powering all the metal power bank charges, so that's good. Yeah, now all the cobalt is properly dropping in here, and it will store up to a ton before it opens the door, so the dupes shouldn't have their errands being interrupted anymore. And in the meantime, we have a load of water in here. Oh. This is too much water. Oh, I don't need this tile here. Let's let this tile out. It's fine, right? Also, this can be a mesh tile. That will also help. I can go there. Also, this doesn't have to be insulated. We're going to have to get really crafty with this, I think. No insulated corner tiles are required. There you go. Building melted? What building melted? Yeah, you know what? Building a gold wire right in front of a gold volcano was not the smartest move. I could go here. Technically, no corner tiles are required at all. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah. Okay. We can remove that one. I'm going to leave that one there because of the dispenser. To be fair, I don't really mind if the gold... I don't really mind if the gold pipes are melting. We get the gold back. That vent can go there. We do have to get the oxygen out of here before it steams, though. But they aren't doing anything else, so they should be fine. I'm going to leave that tile there, because it's going to annoy me otherwise. Why did I build this phosphorite on top of... Why did I build this central top of phosphorite tile? Well, that's never going to get fixed. Alright, let's go fiddle... I mean, I'm going to go fiddle with this again once we've built all the pipes. Also, have you finished with this? No. I want you to finish with this so that everyone can get their gear grinding done. That should be your errand, Sonia. What's the sitch? Your supplying priority is very high. I didn't spot that. Right, let's lower that down as well. Right. Move you. And now you're going to do the research. Thank you. I probably should have done that a while ago. Okay, set this to water. Set this to enable auto bottle. What should the thumbnail be today? I think I might do the gold volcano just because it's a bit different than the usual build. What's overheating? This auto sweeper because there's no steam left. There's just a load of highly conductive carbon dioxide. That's bad. We have way too much ice in here. Okay, turn this off. I should actually build some normal temperature plates in here, shouldn't I? Am I going to build them out of dirt? That seems like a bad idea. But there's nothing else I want to make them out of, and we're certainly not building them out of more ice. We want to do that. So this doesn't have to be steel because it's not overheating. Gonna have to fix this though, aren't I? Or is it actually gonna cool down a bit? It might be alright. It doesn't look like it though. Right, I'm gonna have to get you to... I am getting you to Priority 9 this as well. That's interesting. Right. Okay. You have to remove this now, though. The temp shifts in a hot area sounds like adding sand to me. Yeah, a little bit. How irksome. Well, that's why we're not rushing around with this. But you know what? I think... we really just got to get all these tiles scanned. There's only these two left, and then we can get Sonyan and make all the gear bombs for people. I think that's probably actually the most important thing left to do, because this debuff is getting out of hand. So let's actually make the apothecary. I'll give her a little lamp as well. Yeah, and then, I don't know, like... do this for now. There you go. Make that priority 9 as well, and then put the wire here. Then put the automation wire here. And the light matters a lot in this case because they're only using one booster, so they're not going to have a huge amount of attribute points. Right, I also need to add depleted uranium to the list because... or uranium ore to the list because I want to make sure that we can actually put the permanent liquid at the bottom here because I don't want it to be anything that's going to freeze or boil because that's been a persistent nightmare on this planet. Right, uranium ore. Thank you. I could remove these background tiles as well. I just need to put a ladder here. There we go. That should be the last tile, right? I don't know how the dupes decide which priority 9 is the most priority 9. It's the one that I yell at them the most for. I mean, to be fair, if it's all priority 9, they just have to do it. There's no particular order, they just have to do it. Right, put this back. That could be a priority 8. Because we're not going to be running this until we know this volcano is erupting anyways. Now, this should erupt because there's less than 500 kilograms of water here, right? Also, this is almost dormant. We're not going to boil this water in time, are we? Well, that's okay. I mean, what's it? Okay, this is a long dormant period on this as well. Okay, well, I'm confident the system will work, but we may have to actually get it fully operational later. The Gold Volcano has a fairly long dormant period too, but it's not going to go dormant for a little while, so I think we can still get this working. There's a lot of water in here, though. It's a lot of payloads. I think we could stop sending over igneous rock. Because you're probably not actually picking up any... You're probably not actually picking up any depleted uranium ore, are you? Challenge run idea, no priorities over 5. Next time, we'll do that. Alright? I have got a challenge run in mind. We're going to do the nothing asteroid. Where it spawns, where we load up a save where I've deleted the starting biome. There's nothing in it, it's just vacuum. Up to the granite border. And then we're not allowed to build in that space either. So we have to, we can only deconstruct. So to get the dupes off of the printing pod, we're just going to have to deconstruct all of the tiles. And then actually the printing pod won't operate. So it's going to be a low dupe count challenge. I think it'll be pretty fun. I haven't seen anyone actually try something like that yet. So I'm looking forward to giving it a try. Right, we actually built all the pipe segments. That's good. So that means I can reset this. Reverting the don't build outside your starting biome thing. Yeah, inverting it. Yeah. I think that'll be pretty fun. And we'll do it with Bionic Duplicants as well, because, frankly, I don't think there'll be enough food to do it otherwise. The starting biome is usually full of food, or at least there's enough food to get you going. I like how you have 0 solar panels under the actual sun. Yeah, the sun out here isn't very bright. It's pretty lame. I mean, this is like 60,000 lux. This is like 8,000. 10,000 max. It's quite radioactive. It's the curse of Ceres. I will probably eventually put solar power here. But only once we've built the meteor stuff. And again, none of this seems like a high priority. That's why we have the Mercury, is to use all the power to start with and then transition over to the better source. There you go. The Ceres and Tundra have the same peak light. I think so. I think it's only 10,000 either way. The tricky bit of the challenge will teach your brain to think about which tasks can have their priority lowered. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Right, you're done. Okay, so that means that Sonia, the pilot, can now have the advanced medical booster. There are 2 boosters here, but it's only detecting one of them. Right, pick that one then. Oh, where are you going? We're gonna go power up. Okay, that's fine. And then you just need to make gear bombs forever. Oh, I guess we're gonna need water to go into this as well. Well, we'll see how that goes. That means that Sonia is gonna have to have doctoring on high priority as well, which they already do, because so clearly I did this before. Okay, everything's getting built. I just need to vacuum out the gas. Oh, we need to set this conveyor meter as well. So, the eruption average on this is 1079 when geotuned. So we would set this to 1.079. And then Quantum Zari will tell me what I should actually set this to. Oh, and I need to plug this into itself. Did I do that? No. Okay, let's do that. There you go. We set you to 1000, and I thought I did that already. Or did it just not register? Okay. You know, the auto sweeper is right here. Okay, you're lacking gunk. You're lacking water. What was it with the meter valves? Oh, you're supposed to set this so it's dividing 20 by a discrete number of packets. because otherwise it doesn't quite fill up properly. 1.112. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because it's 18 packets this time. That makes sense. Just checking you're still here. Thank you. Right, okay. This should work. We just need to pump the gas out. We have the uranium. So what I'm going to do... This steam will all eventually boil. I'm just going to put a heavy wire down here. We're going to make this out of uranium ore. And that's eventually going to melt. And that will be our conductive liquid. And maybe we'll put another conductive liquid over here later. I don't really care. We'll figure it out. But we're going to have to supervise this asteroid for a little bit anyways. But we can do that while we're doing all the temporal tear stuff too. Wait. This is set here. It's not like 2 kilograms. No, it just has to be roughly a whole number divided by 20. It doesn't have to be like... It doesn't have to be 2 kilograms. I mean, you could do 2 kilograms, but the point of what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to lead it out at a flow rate that's as close to the active flow rate of the volcano as possible, because that means that this is going to have to work the least hard. Right, mini gas pump should be actually good in this scenario. I don't think there's a lot of gas left in here. Yeah. Is it safe to do it? Is what safe? Is what safe to do what? Yeah, this is all running properly now. That's good. Okay, good. Right. We still need some water. I think all the ice down here just refroze. Oh, this is sad. Do we not actually have water to put in here? We'll just start putting ice in here. I'll start putting ice in here. Is this sweep only? No. Crushed ice. Can you put crushed ice in here? You can. Okay, go ahead and do that then. Because that's just meteor ice. We can control that. Is it just wiring the meteor valve to a permanent green seal button and just hook it up to itself? Oh. It is if you want to avoid the annoying beeping. Oh, the uranium. Oh, yeah. No, it's fine. No, I've tested that a lot. Yeah, we have a YouTube video on it. Here. No, that's not it. Here. That's the YouTube video. No, we do this liquid uranium thing a lot. And you want the liquid metal in there because it's mostly relevant for aluminium volcanoes where the heat is super high. But it's... Liquids on liquids is so conductive it just immediately freezes the aluminium without causing it to tile up. There we go. Right, did this actually erupt? Yes, we've got hot cobalt in here. That's a good sign. This water will eventually heat up then. Still got the hot cobalt in there, that's fine. Right, this is less good. I think all this oxygen got deleted. That's good. So remove you. Cut off ventilation because I don't necessarily want you dumping steam in here. You do want a constant green signal so the meter doesn't add a tiny additional packet and throws off the map. Oh, boo! I mean, you can definitely do that with just a NOT gate that's doing the right thing. Point the meter is to remove the conveyor rail thermosensor. I'm using a regular thermosensor. Yes, that is a lot of why you're doing it. Oh, we need to put a regular thermosensor in as well. Yes, that's true. That needs to go here to activate the steam turbine. This tile should be fine for that. Actually, this tile will be better. Or this tile. I'll do this tile. And then that wire can go here. And then we can remove this. It's a lot of gold. I managed to avoid the messy gas situation on that, but the oxygen did end up going up here, so I'm going to have to tile this again, but that's fine. So you would literally just have a NOT gate here and plug it in green. So that would go there, and then this would go here, 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 and then remove that. You could do that pretty easily on the other one too. And it stops the annoying beeping, which I think is important enough that it's worth doing too. Also, I think I actually talked about this in the YouTube video, if I remember correctly. This is one of those rare cases where it didn't actually catch me off guard. The only thing is, I'm going to struggle to fit one in here. You know what? Let's just do this. And then I can just bring that wire up here. Are you designing steam chambers to always be open, or you'll seal them off? I've got vacuum openings on all of them, so ideally we should always be able to access them. Yeah, the annoying beeping is a large part of why I didn't use the meter wire to itself. Yes. I like the beeping, but not everyone does, so it's valid. You're out of bleach stone. Why? We have a load of salt. Oh, this is out of power. That's why. Yeah, that checks out. Well, if this cobalt volcano isn't going to erupt, then that's going to be an issue. Like the beeping, you don't like the remainder packet. Yeah. Okay. Right, so, hold on. Before we unpause, what's the gob volcano going to be set to? I believe it's going to be set to 145 degrees. Let's do like 147. That's fine. And then also, I don't actually have room for a tile in here, but I think the uranium is viscous enough. I can just do this. That should be fine. Will that all melt? I think that will all melt eventually. There you go. So now, it's permanent green signal. I like it. Right, should that mean I hook up the gold now? Let's give it a try. I mean, I am still trying to actually boil this water, so maybe we just leave it for now. I'm confident it will work. I'll seal it up for now, and we'll deal with it later. The important thing is it should only require minimal modification later. Right, so the next thing to do then is to actually set up some Wheezeworts, because we have a large amount of phosphorite here, don't we? Agricultural. Yeah, we have 41 tons of phosphorite. That's good. So, the only thing is, this is going to require a lot of power. Oh, you don't actually have to dig this tree. That's fine. So let's think about where this is going to go. So, I think what I'm going to do is, let's put the rad bolt generator. First of all, it's exposed to space, so it's a bit of bonus radiation for us, right? That's good. It's going to go on this tile. Right? So that means the Wheezewort is going to go underneath, and then we're going to have a couple here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that works. Visco gel has low enough thermal conductivity. You can actually make fully open steam chambers with visco gel instead of the walls. Yes. That's... Really? That's interesting. I would never do that. I would do that on Relica, maybe. I do like that you can just get plenty of Visco Gel on Relica. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm quite excited. I'm not sure... So, the next Sandbox Showcase video is going to be about lure plants and amber boiling and all that jazz. But I'm also going to make a video... I'm going to make a new tier list video. It's going to be a tier list of the power level of all different DLC features. And then we're going to include some base game things as a reference point to see what the level of power creep in the DLC is. Right? That's my plan. Now, we should just be able to do this, right? And that should be plenty of radiation. So we could actually potentially do even more than this, but I'm not sure we're going to need more than this. Let's build it, and we won't necessarily power all of it. Because this is 11 Wheezeworts, so we have 11 Wheezeworts. Power creep in my single sandbox game. But it's true! All the DLC content, or like 60 to 70% of the DLC content is more powerful than the base game content. You want those side ones upper tile? Oh, what? Like, here and here? Oh, well, that's just lame. But you're right, I think. We have talked about this before. Yeah, because normally I do the triangle, and then you said actually just raise it here. What? Okay, let's... Hold on. Let's go back to the other asteroid and have a look first. What do we do? Oh. We're not doing Wheezeworts in this asteroid, are we? Because we've got all this. I don't think we're even doing radiation on this, so it must just be Blagini. No, I did it at this level on this planet. Was that wrong? Yes. I should have these raised up a level. I should do that now, shouldn't I? Right, let's do it here first, so I don't forget. Because we're constantly sending tungsten off of this asteroid. A bunch of the ice stuff isn't really overpowered, but a bunch of it is. We did a whole video on how Phloxes allow you to recycle phosphorite into a buildable resource super easily. And considering how free it is to get large amounts of phosphorite from Drecos and Balm Lilies, it basically trivializes getting building material, because you can just get wood tiles. And that's even not factoring in the resource recycling stuff I was talking about. Yeah, the Alveo Vera aren't too powerful. They are, I would say they are balanced compared to base game stuff. Oh, I can't put the Wheezewort here because it's going to block that tile. Well, I think we can fix that as well. So let's see, what's that going to look like? We'll figure this out. In fact, actually, you know what? For now, cut this off. We do just need to maximize the radiation. That's not really negotiable. We can still climb over all this too. That's gonna go up. Oh, it'll go up and then down. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah. Actually, you can have the Wheezewort. You can have the Wheezewort here. You can have the farm. Oh! Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. Because I thought I was going to have to move the farm tile up one more. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's funny how it interacts with corners. Okay, well, let's plug this in so we're not wasting that radiation. And I can go back there. Okay. Good. I feel like the Dino Pack is quite overpowered. Specifically, you take into account the POI should blast it. Yes. Relica starts very powerful. Ceres is really powerful too. The geothermal heat pump is so much power you never need to do anything else. It's so much power. We covered that ages ago. And it's super easy to set up. It's so easy that you could just beeline it. And it's probably the best thing to do is just to beeline it. Oh, I've had another thought. This is set to phosphorite. Is this going to reach over there? To be fair, I don't think it could reach over here to begin with. No, I trust you. I think it is. I think it is right. For some reason, I thought I was going to put the farm tile one higher. I remember seeing it do this, but we will have to watch it just to check. Good job, Steeler. Didn't mess with Velocity yet. Do my first run in the near future. Yeah, the heat pump is so good. It's like 18 kilowatts of steam power for almost free. For like 1 ton, for one SPOM's worth of water on a consumption. You have to have a big closed loop with 3 pumps, or with 3 pipes worth, but because you're running it all through steam turbines, you don't have to pump all the liquid either. I did do a YouTube video on it. Actually, let me find a YouTube video and send it to you. Hoping it does come up if I Google it. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, it does. Good. Right. There you go. That is the correct video. Okay. So we just need to sort this one out. Which corner tiles rat bolts hit and which ones they miss is kind of complicated. They don't always shoot down diagonally. The dupes are so... They're not really that busy here, are they? This auto sweeper is only reaching one thing. Wait, have I just got this set to manual fill of refined phosphorus and it's only working for one of them? I guess it was working for both of these tiles. I still think it was only working for one of them. The thing is, I need this to work on the payload thing too. I think the dupes aren't going to be too busy. I'm just going to tell them to just actually not dump in here. Oh, wait. This is for refined phosphorus, not phosphorite. They were always manually feeding all of these. Okay. But yeah, it's so powerful. Right, this is actually more rads. That's really good. Okay, so we confirmed this is what we want to do. So now let's go over here. And I've already built them all. Right, okay, so what I will do is I'm actually going to lower these by 1 instead. And then I'll lower these by 1. And then I'll put in a little bender. I can just go here. Yeah, that's fine. And then, because I want to keep the tile spacing the same, then we'll dig up all this ice. And then, right. What else are you doing at the moment? Are you alright? Yeah, you are alright. Let's remove this tile now. Is there anything else going on here? Yeah, you're nice and hot. That's good. You're still erupting. That's good. So that's all the geysers mostly set up. There's a tiny little bit of other stuff to do with them, but not a lot. Which is good, because we're going to need some more power. The problem is, the power is still not very consistent. And it's because... well, oh, this isn't any good. There is too much water here now. What am I gonna do? If I just let this in here, that's gonna ruin everything. I can't even fit a pitcher pump here because it's not 4 high because of this thing. How do I solve this? Because these are self-cooled steam turbines too. I mean, granted, for now it should be fine because we're just running off of 1. But I've got to solve this eventually. Once we start... Maybe we just solve that once we start exporting all the water out. This asteroid. Because we can just have this one run half the time. That's fine. It's not going to be a lot of power though, is it? Sweepy. That's a good idea. Drop 1 kilogram of gunk on a tile and then mop. You know what? Maybe we do just do. Yeah. This is full of ethanol now? Lol, okay. Yeah, do that. Oh, I should be watching this radbot generator, shouldn't I? Looks like it has worked. Actually, you know what? No, I can't look at it. I'm gonna need to go and check it at some point, but I don't really want to focus on it at the moment. Right, so you'll need to go here. And then these will need to go here. Then the rad bolt reflector will just go here. It's melting. Oh, the uranium. Good. That's what it's supposed to do. Yes. Steam. I like to see it. Now we've dumped a load more here, so I am gonna tell them to put it here as well. I definitely don't want them to send any more uranium though. So go back here, stop sending uranium. I really hope we haven't sent all of the uranium. Where is that? We sent a lot of it. Well, we'll payload it back. That's fine. I guess we'll just put some in here as well. We may as well. There you go. And we'll need a ladder here. Okay, so the other thing is, I'm going to leave the telescope there for now, but this pipe could definitely just go back here. There you go. We aren't going to need to charge as many power banks once most of the dupes are gone. So, the only thing is... Yeah, I guess we do charge it off of the Mercury. That does make sense. Especially considering we're only going to have to briefly do this. But we probably don't actually want to activate this until the other Bionic Dupes have left. Also, I'm going to put this wire here so that I can separate each of these if I want. And we'll leave that wire there because refined metal isn't scarce anymore. Right, Wheezeworts. Everyone's using rad pills, so I am just happy to do this. But what I should probably do... What I should probably do is set these to priority 1 and then make sure we have auto sweepers on a bin somewhere. So let's think about this. So it's probably going to have to be 2 sweepers. Probably like this. Yeah. And then I'll just put all the phosphorite in a storage bin here. Yeah, that'll work. And then just build a snow tile here, I guess. Actually, you know what? Make that a regular tile. We brought igneous rock here now. I might also just do this and then get rid of all this ice. Actually, you know what? Make these snow tiles, because I don't necessarily mind if they melt. In fact, if you make this one a regular tile, that will work. And then you go there, and then you go here. I like how the tree is just helping out. So that should be a lot of radiation. And I think this is probably the most efficient way to set these up. With Wheezeworts? Does that sound right? And then the wire can just come here, that's fine. A load of water? Or is that a load of mercury? It's a load of water. Okay. That's a load of ice. Bomb's still working, that's good. Oh, set this to hydrogen, so we can dump the hydrogen back into the power plant, the canister. There you go. And then, what else are we gonna do? Wait, you all bored? You are all bored! Where's all the wart seeds? One dupe is apparently planting all the wart seeds. Well, what are you all supposed to do if you're bored? Oh, wait! We sent them back. That's what we're supposed to do. Okay. So... Did you actually make it a gear bomb? No. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to make sure that Sonia has only 6 piloting boosters, because I think it's more important that she can do the telescoping and the bomb making. And we don't forget about either of those things. Oh, you're trapped. Yeah, okay. Alright. That one's on me. Building melted. That's not what I wanted. Okay, don't do that. Because that volcano won't erupt now. We've got a tile of depleted uranium on it. Oh, that might be the thumbnail today. I like it. It's funny. Very good. Very good, Xaeric. Here's how to block your metal volcano in a stupid way. You've heard of cold temperature plates. Now, what about uranium heavy watt wires? Actually, wait a minute. It's less material, isn't it? It's less material than a cold temperature plate. I like it. I think it's a good way to do it. Nice radioactive tile. Yeah, let's send the dupes back now. We'll just leave 2 here. Because whatever we have left to do here, I think 2 dupes can handle it. So, who's staying again? Let's check. So, you have all research boosters. So, Mr. Lonely is definitely staying here. Sonia's definitely going. Eduardo is going. Xaeric, you're staying here, I think. Sonia, you're coming back. Yeah, okay, so Xaeric and Mr. Lonely, and then Sonia, and Eduardo can come back. 50 kilograms of uranium deleted. Yeah, that's true. You'll have to go space mine some more. Yeah. Right, okay, so... Oh wow, this rocket's looking shorter than usual. I deconstructed modules just so that we can actually fit things on here. Also, let's make sure we bring the artifact back. So the stethoscope. So select that. Let's have a look at the cabin as well. Obviously, we don't have any power banks in here. Let's just check their vitals. So, Sonia, you have enough power to last a couple of days. The asteroid's pretty close. We should be fine. I don't think we want to necessarily bring anything back with us. We can payload everything here now, so that should be fine. Right, select crew. Sonia, Eduardo, and Sonia. Mr. Lonely and Xaeric can stay here. Select destination. Let's come back. And then summon crew, begin launch sequence, right? I don't think there's anything else we need to do. Oh, we're gonna melt a load of snow, aren't we? Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, so the remaining thing to do here is going to be to set up the meteor defenses and the extra solar panels. We do have all the glass here. So what we could actually do... I'm not 100% sure what the meteor situation is going to be. Now, on this planet, we had a load of mesh tiles and stuff. I imagine what we'll want is we'll want the mesh tiles so that we can definitely clear the bit, and then we have the mesh tiles here. So mesh 4, mesh solar. Let's plan around that. I won't build any of the mesh tiles yet. We'll just build the solar panels, and we'll just clear them manually for now. But we need every bit of power we can get, so we should be doing this. Right, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that means we can put a mesh tile here. Needs to go one lower. Okay. That's fine. Right, so that can go here. And then we may as well... Isn't the tear meteor shower a one-time thing? Yes, it is. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. But I think we're also going to need the solar panels to just power everything to start. Also, I think we're going to move the rocket platform over here eventually. Aren't we? Right. In any case, for now, let's just actually make it so we don't have to rebuild everything. So maybe something like this for now. And then what I'll do is I'll just get a load more ladder tiles. Let's make these out of igneous rock. Probably just something like that, right? Right, let's go. Get in there, you. Should I, let's actually save it now. Just in case melting all the snow actually comes back to bite us. Solar panel is meteor defense anyways, right? It is for the icy meteors. The icy meteors don't damage anything. Actually, you're right. The icy meteors don't damage anything. So we probably don't have to put any meteor proofing on this. Oh, whatever. The rocket's going to be this high anyways. Do I need to make it taller? We're probably not gonna fire this off today anyways, so let's just put it here to start with. Okay, let's watch this just to check what happens to the snow. Okay, we are indeed melting the snow. That's probably fine. Okay, we melted 1 tile of snow. That's mildly underwhelming. Right, so now we just have our 2 remaining dupes. That's all good. So, what do I actually want to do? I want to make sure that these... I need you to do these. And then we need to fill this with phosphorite. We actually have a load down here. That's pretty convenient, isn't it? To be honest, if we realize that we don't actually need to do anything and we need the space, I can move these again. I'm not too worried about this. It looks like we can actually fit the solar panel here and then fit one here. And then the rocket could stay here. Maybe. Or I could just leave this be the opening for... you know what? There'll be a bit of spare opening over here. I think we'll put the payload launcher down here. Something along those lines. You never made any gear bomb, did you? You know what I should do instead? I should actually put a lubrication station in. I got rid of the dupes with the digging boosters. This abyssalite is permanent. I'll just put some tiles here, it's fine. I didn't think about that, really. I'll payload a digging booster or something over. We also do have a soldering station. And a crafting station. I'll just make a digging booster. And an extreme digging booster. Should be fine. We're currently just going to make these. Right, let's actually... I'm going to actually priority 5 these now. Because I don't think that stuff is, like, super critical. I think the main thing I want to do is just actually get these Wheezeworts loaded up. We are definitely going to bring more people back here, by the way. Eventually. We're going to set up some kind of complex in all this free space. Yeah, you're still targeted. That's good. You're going to go dormant in 22.6 cycles. I think we're going to payload over some fighter oil. Otherwise, this is going to be a huge issue. Right. Thankfully, we do actually have a pipe full of fighter oil, I believe. We should. Yeah, here. Right, so that is going to the teleporter. But I also need to send it to the payload thing. I mean, I can get you to do that. That's a start, isn't it? Okay. Let's go back here. I think what I will do then is I will put the payload thing here. Beacon. So let's put an obsidian tile here. And then targeting beacon. I'm going to make that out of steel because it's going to be right next to the rocket. Actually, you know what we could do? Let's put it here. And put it on a tile here. No, that's going to be too close to the solar panel. I'll put it here. Because we've got the ladder here anyways, right? I'll just make sure that we've got ladder segments here too. And then that should be good. Actually, the issue with this is I'll put one more tile here, and then I'll have the ladder go this way, and that way the payloads should either land here or over here. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Then that wire can go... Oh, that wire can just go here. That's fine. I'll just make it out of steel, and then I'm not going to worry about it with the rocket. It's fine. Right, so let's adjust your priorities now. So, you're doing research and you're doing building. That's fine. But I need to make sure that one of you is actually going to do the plants. So if I do that, then does that mean you're actually going to go sort the Wheezewort out? Let's do that. That works. And then let's actually... Yeah, that... What I'll do is I'll set you to building priority. Oh, right. You shouldn't have building priority like that. Yeah, okay. Yep, that's good. Yeah, you don't need to worry about building too much. Seems good. Okay. So far, so good. The power bank should build up pretty quickly again. Now we've only got 2 dupes here. And then that means we can turn these off and just run the rad bolt generators with them. And then we can actually get something... Wait. What is this? Too few printing pods. To open the Temporal Tear, this device requires a network of activated printing pods. What? I'm livid. You're going to make me put the pods down now. Where am I going to stick them where I know that I'm not going to get rid of them? No, I've literally never opened a tear ever. Right, here's what we're doing. The mini pod is going here because fuck you. No. They wander over to the mini pod. Oh my god. Yeah, they wander over recreationally to the mini pod, so I have to put it somewhere that I don't mind them actually going. Ah, it got you the first time as well. Yeah. Okay. Stick that there. We've still got to put the lubrication station down as well. That is... I don't know. Station, right? Oh, God. No. Right, let's search. Lubrication. Yeah, there you go. Let's put that there. And then, I don't know, we'll put like, a bottle drainer here. And we'll load it. Oh, you know what? We're probably going to want a liquid reservoir, aren't we, for this? Let's go ahead and do that. Put it inside volcano to melt later. Yeah, that's what I usually do. Except now we've actually set up our volcanoes. Because I forgot that was even going to be a thing. Also, the carbon dioxide is down here. That's annoying. That's why I'm livid about this. Because I usually do plan around that if I have to do it, but now it's too late. Should I just put it in the mercury pile? No, that's not a good place either. They can't get down here. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. Where do I even want to put it? You know what? I'm just going to put it down here. Oh, that's going to trigger me too. Because I might want another... I might want another friggin' thing. Canister filler. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to put it here. I don't think we're going to put any more geotuners here by the metal volcanoes. Or I could just put it down here. You know what? You know what? I'm going to do that. That's less effort, isn't it? Put it here, please. Or, you know what? Actually, put it here. I'm going to make it out of granite in case I change my mind. They should let you deconstruct the mini-pods. Yeah, they should just make it so they don't give you a data bank, so that's not an issue. It's so easy. Because if you're determined enough, you're going to remove them anyways. So, just make it so that you can't cheese it. It's a lot of Wheezeworts. There you go. It's a pretty good amount of radiation, isn't it? I mean, there's technically more on these tiles, but I think that's probably the best way to do it. I do actually also want to remove these so we can let all the radiation in. So I should probably put a ladder... Oh god. Like... this. With Bionics here on 100% work schedule so they never go to... Nah, it's fine. I'll just put it at the bottom. We're not going to do anything down here, are we? You know what? I am going to put it here. I've changed my mind. I'll put the triage cot here. So we've got to put mini pods everywhere. Right, now... do we actually have a mini pod here? Yes, we do. Okay, that's good. This one will need to put a mini pod on as well. Now, I suspect this might also cause an issue. You know what? I'm going to put it here. Should be fine. Then what I'll do is I'll just put a ladder over here. Might as well just toss in a little rec room around the pod just for funsies. Yeah, maybe. Oh. Oh, wait. That's not good, is it? No, that's fine. Okay, so all the Wheezeworts are working. So now I'm going to set this to 2, and I'm going to set... I'm going to set this to 1. And I'm going to set these to 2. And then I'm going to lower the farming priority on our guy. In fact, actually, let's do this. And then they definitely shouldn't come and supply these. Well, actually, you know what? They might have a supplying errand. They still shouldn't do it that much, is what I'm trying to say. Because we don't generally want them coming up here, but I also don't want to seal it off. And that should also do a fair bit of cooling, shouldn't it? Obviously, we could fill this area with hydrogen if we really wanted the extra cooling, but... you know, this asteroid is actually quite cool already, isn't it? Oh, we are going to want the wire to come up here, aren't we? So, let's think about that as well. Let's make it out of cobalt. Just going to send it here. And then this bit can be steel. Then this bit could be cobalt. Let's cool down a giant block of ice, exactly. Yeah, there you go. So, let's see. Oh, you are going to have to yellow alert dig this so that you actually leave. I know you don't actually like digging, but that's fine. Stonks. What is that? Is that Pepe Stonks emote? That's yours. Wow, that's a good emote. Nice. Yeah, I'll play around with this targeting beacon, but something's going to be better than nothing. I think what we've got to do is we've just got to actually... We've already got this one. We've actually just got to plug this in, haven't we? So, we've got plenty of power banks now. I'm going to unplug these two. I'm going to unplug this. Now I'm going to plug in all of these, and we're going to see what happens. There you go. Actually, you know what? How much do these heat up by again? 5 kDTs per second? I feel like this should be fairly heat neutral, right? So collecting 215, 200, 200. So that's 600 rad bolts per cycle. This requires 1,000 rad bolts. Is there automation on this? There is. Oh, shit. Hold on. When this is full, we want a... Actually, you know what? Make this out of gold, because the gold's nearby. When this is full, we want a NOT gate on this. Right, we're actually going to have to colonize one more asteroid to activate this. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to literally land on the water asteroid. We're going to put a pod there, and then we're going to leave. That's what we're going to do. Right? Okay. That will be the next space mission. That should be fine. Right, that does mean this has to be a bit of a yellow alert, I think. Because I do not want these running once this is launched. Also, this is only going to have to actually run for like a couple of cycles, if that. Oh. Well, let's disconnect it while we're building this wire, because, you know, it's not really needed, is it? How's your rads doing? Wait, oh, all the rad pills are on the ship. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. Ah, we'll be fine. I'm trying to get my peepo line up better, scavenging the internet, reworking a bit of the stuff I find. Fair enough. Right, you should be alright now. Thankfully, there was already some gold up here, so that's not too much hassle. So we're going to want a, let's see, we're going to want a liquid reservoir here. What am I doing? Liquid reservoir. I can go there, and then I'll just put a drainer here. And that's probably how we're going to do the fighter oil for now. We'll neaten everything up a little bit later. Because this is going to be a permanently habitated asteroid, so let's make sure that everything's actually right. But that could wait a little bit. Right, okay, let's plug this back in now. Now, the rocket is going to be back in 45 seconds. We've still got to go to this asteroid, so we're probably not actually going to activate the tear thing today, but we can get it charged up. The charge doesn't diminish, does it? I also feel like this is a very low amount of actual rad bolts. I thought it was going to be like 10,000. Well, whatever. Yeah, this is a lot of power now, but that's okay. So... okay, that's actually tuned now. That's pretty good. Let's actually put the wire back here, and then let's think about this again. Oh, we can't go through the tile. Right. That's fine. We can just go there. Yeah, go ahead and do that. If you remember correctly, it doesn't lose rads. Well, that's good. Wait. Does this thing open up? I presume this just opens up to accept the rads, because it looks closed. I guess we'll find out, won't we? This is a bit too wide to be a normal thumbnail as well. Also, it's not actually very dramatic. We are literally just doing Wheezeworts. But equally, there's a load of phosphorite here, so that actually makes sense. You've actually still got the rad pill effects. That's pretty interesting. Where are you going? Oh, you're building the cot. Fair enough. Right, let's put the pod down. Much to my chagrin, let's put the pod down. And then we need to put the pod here as well. Do have just about enough granite to do that. And we could melt this one if we really wanted to. We're out of power? Really? Oh, it's the morning. I guess that makes sense. 1000 is just a storage buffer. It needs more than that to fully charge. Oh, okay. That's good. Let's see how much it takes to charge. Because I was going to say, because 1000 would have been underwhelming. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we just watch then and see what it does. We watch with bated breath. You know what? I will actually leave it on this view for now, just so that we can admire it when it happens. I would like you to come up here and do this, though. Well, that didn't work. It didn't open. I think the conclusion is you have to actually activate the 5 pods before this opens up. Okay. There you go. What a waste! Well, now I'm sad. At least that wasn't the thumbnail today. Oh, you melted? Well, you're not blocking the volcano, so that should be fine, right? Wait, you're over pressure? What? You shouldn't be over pressure from this. Guess I'm gonna dig you again, then. Oh, I can't dig you. Oh, beans. Right, hold on. We're gonna go dormant. Ugh. That's not soon enough. Too much steam? Really? I thought it was like 500 kilograms of tile. Because this volcano has been erupting. I guess it's the uranium at this point, though, isn't it? So it is 150. Well, I know a way to solve that problem. It's not the tile. Let's do this. There should be so much steam in here, this shouldn't actually break. Right? Or do I just open this tile instead? Does that make more sense? Because there's already liquids here. I think that makes more sense. Let's do this. At least stop dumping more water into it. Although, I probably actually want to tile this one first. Yeah, you're here now. Yep. Oh, I'm an idiot, aren't I? That's the oxygen right there. God damn it. Why did I even think about that? This isn't even conducting keep with this. Rude. What's the liquid in the left corner? Could you mop it up and take the water out the tamer? No water left. Right, I'm gonna have to fix this properly now then, aren't I? Well, now I'm sad. Let's open this one instead. Wait, is the water level actually dropping in here? It is. Is that going to make a difference? Maybe. Oh, should we print something? Can we print something here? You know, to celebrate? Let's activate this. Anyway, we can help undo the sadness. Nope. What does this thing do? So you guys are quite irradiated. There are a lot of random Wheezeworts here, and you guys aren't eating pills. I guess that makes sense. Right. Pips? Yeah, pips. Here you go. Have some pips. I'm sure that won't cause any issues. Let's have a look over here. This has plugged itself with water immediately. Oh my god. The oxygen has crept over there. I mean, I don't think... If I remove these 4 blobs of liquid, is that enough to actually stop it from being over the threshold? If it is, then we're actually okay. And it might be. Sorry, you guys are on yellow alert now. Right, that's 3 out of 5. Yeah, that's enough. Good. That was close. This will melt as well eventually. Oh, and once this melts, then it doesn't matter. Good. That's pretty close. Right, what else was I gonna do then? The pod. You have to build the pod. That priority 9. And then, yeah. So the Green Goblin is back. Let's just check the refueling. Are we gonna have time to activate this today? Probably not. We'll get that ready for next time. I don't need to actually make this rocket any bigger again. We have got a lot of rad bolts left already. The main thing is I just need to dump more power banks in here. So... set this to power banks. Yep. And then we'll go over here. Where are power banks? Ah, they're in here. Okay, good. And then start sweeping these up. So sweep by type. Power banks. Yep. You don't stick them in the nuclear waste. Wait, why have we got so much nuclear waste over here? It's fine. You aren't running. Wait, why are you running? Hold on. What's going on? You aren't running because... Wait a minute. I know the diamond presses are full. You should still be running. You're waiting for materials. Right, I'm gonna make sure that you're set to priority what, you know what, you guys are bored enough, just do this. That should fix the issue, right? Okay. Let's open up this pod. Problem I see coming up is once you have the 4 tiles of liquid molten uranium, that 149 will jump up over 150. Yeah, but it can erupt on the uranium. That's why we... Although, actually, I think what we often do is we put a second liquid on top. It's usually the naphtha, isn't it? Yeah, let's stick the plastic temperature plate here. Wait, I sent all the plastic back. Okay. I mean, this has definitely been erupting. So I'm not that concerned. You're actually over here to dig this up now. What's the radiation like now? Yeah, it's even higher. That's good. Good old space radiation. Guess they're getting a pretty decent dose down the shaft now, aren't they? Yeah, priority 9 that as well. Yeah, it's supposed to not be connected to these. This wire isn't supposed to be here. I just didn't want to dismantle it because it's in the firing zone. These sensors are literally just to tell the direction of which way these robots are supposed to go. This is fine now. So, because this isn't full, and the rocket is on the platform, then these won't activate, so the radbolts will go up instead of down. And then this one's always going up regardless. Because most of the time we're just charging the rocket off this top one. This bottom one should always be charging the diamond presses. Oh, they're having fun now, aren't they? I'm gonna set this to priority 5. You guys actually idle? No. Okay. Good. So that should refill fairly quickly. Right, what are we up to now? Just more construction supply. Right, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I'm pretty happy with what the dupes have done today. This asteroid, I mean, the volcanoes are going to require a little bit of thinking about, but I think this is mostly fine. Actually, you know what? Let's activate this again now that we've got the uranium in here. Just check that this is working properly. So set you to cobalt. Then you're going to send this all the way around here. That's going to dissipate the heat from this pretty quickly. And then that's going to go up here. And then that's immediately going to cool off in the environment at a manageable rate. That should help heat this up a little bit as well. And then I'm going to set this one up with the gold as well. So put that in there. Now, obviously, It's partially blocked at the moment. Also, don't send it to refined metal only, because then it's going to pick up the uranium, and you don't want that. So the gold is coming out here. And that's about right. But yeah, I think it's cooling down enough. I think that's fine. I will need to put some liquid here, won't I? Well, the ice will melt eventually, won't it? Let's not overthink it. The main thing I need to actually do is get rid of this friggin' oxygen now, because I'm a moron. That's going to be really annoying. That was, like, the worst thing I did. I've got to get rid of this before we go. You know what I think we do? I think we just put a tile here. Then we let it up here. The only thing is, I need to put some more mercury here then. We do have some mercury here. Just stick that there for now. Hello, TT Peps. What's the reason behind using nuclear waste from the volcanoes? We're using liquid uranium as a conductive layer because the metal comes out of the volcanoes as a liquid. And liquid uranium, for some reason in this game, has a freezing point of 133 degrees. Which is 1,000 degrees less than it should be. So, the result is liquid uranium is a highly conductive liquid with an extremely good temperature range for volcano handling. We can have it in our steam room, and it can handle the hottest temperature of fully molten metal. So the metal liquid comes out, and it gets a 625 times conductivity boost with the liquid, so it immediately turns into debris regardless of how much comes out. And it's not super relevant for a cobalt volcano, but it is relevant for an aluminium volcano, where the heat capacity is a lot higher. So that's it. And you didn't build these. This needs building. Stick a dupe in the chamber until it sucks up the oxygen. Yeah, unfortunately, it never gets rid of the last bit. And the last bit is the only bit that matters. So I think we are now going to have to strong-arm the dupes into doing all this stuff. I could leave it till next time. Obviously, if we have a power back crisis here, then it's game over. So we need to build that wire and charge everything back up. Actually, no we don't. Hold on. I mean, we do, but for now, I can just plug this in here. So for now, do that and run the power bank charges again, because we're not running these. And you know what? I'll just save it here. I'll just save it here on this nearly perfect situation. And then we'll go from there. This is working. At least we're getting the gold out. Right. Could it work on Niobium Volcano 2, or the amount that comes out is too big at that point? Well, yeah. Niobium erupts like a magma volcano. That's not going to work with a normal build. I think you pretty much have to vacuum that. That being said, we'll have to try it someday. Right, but thank you very much for hanging out. I do appreciate your company as always. Hope you've been having a enjoyable time with me. I've certainly had an enjoyable time. I'm a bit disappointed about the tear, but we could go put a pod on the water planet pretty easily. We have actually been to 5 asteroids now, so it's not really an issue. It's not like we're going to have to wait until the next asteroid, so it's all good. But yeah, let me know if you like the stream. If you want to see more of me, feel free to follow me on Twitch, and you'll get notifications when I go live. We usually stream 7:30 to 10:30 on weekday evenings in the UK. Usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's what we usually do. So here's the channel. We upload all the VODs. We have discussion videos in there as well. We just did a video about Slickster Ranching. There's the Discord as well, where we all talk about video games. And yeah, we're going to get this Temporal Tear open this week. And then, once we've done that, I think we're going to go do something a bit different. And it's possibly going to be some Victoria 3. It's possibly going to be a new challenge run. It depends what I'm feeling like. But yeah, who are we going to go raid? What's the sitch? Good night, Ayla Evo. Let's go raid 2 Legit City. What are they up to today? They are doing all the geysers on the Relica Lab seed. Fun, fun, fun. Well, take care, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye for now.